I'm designing things now. One of the things that I'm designing... Oh, don't mind the neighbor screaming. Oh, he's singing. That's nicer than usual. He's just tone deaf. Alright, so, we've got the pot and pot nursery going here. And over here, we've got the one screen-topped seed bed. And it turns out, I thought this was like this wide. So it's like a whole nother foot than I thought. And honestly, that's kind of a bit much, but it would be really nice to have the seed beds by each other. And yet, this comes so far into, like, I can't talk. The area around the fire pit. It is sounding so bad. I'm sorry, my neighbor's singing so poorly. I'm just glad he's not screaming at his kid today. This is, I don't know. It's just like... Is that enough space? I mean, it kind of is. And I'm a little bit nervous every time I have, I'm a little bit nervous considering having friends over with these pots right here, because I'm afraid they'll fall in. I know, and my friends don't even get drunk at my place, so I feel like that would be almost like a protectant. Because there is like a path here, and then it transitions to the ground ivy lawn that has only just a couple other things other than ground ivy in it. But I don't know, like a very protectant guard big brick structure might be better. And then again, that's really close. And I could just put like a little brick wall along here, I suppose. It's tighter. It's even snug, even more snug, if I put it here. Oop. Alright, hold on. Or maybe it's the same amount of snug and it just feels closer. It makes sense to have it there, but because the height, you wouldn't want anything that grew too tall being grown up underneath the kayak, but it makes no sense as far as watering, because the hose, which I don't usually get around to dragging a whole bunch of extra hose around, even though they're quick connects, it's just like such a pain in the neck to deal with the secondary hose. So I actually only do this hose, like with my thumb as a sprayer, to water the seedlings. And if it's anything else farther than that, I just use this little 3-gallon, or however many gallons that is, I don't know. That watering can that's not even got like a nozzle head on it, it's just... Look at my lovely messy porch. Aren't you proud of me? Yeah, so it's kind of big. This would be ideal because they're right next to each other and I could monitor everything at the same time. And then there's the really out of the way option, which eliminates kind of a full sun row of pots over here and isn't as well watered. So there's the downsides. But fits perfectly. So let's just step back a minute. I adjusted the way that the rocks were here. Yeah. I mean, in some ways that makes a ton of sense to put it there instead. You see what I mean? Then again, the undergrowth over there isn't completely dead. So, I really thought that this piece of screen was only as narrow as these. Now, how do I get my screening? It's a reasonable question. Let's answer that question. I used to, and this hasn't been the case, I used to have a car, and that hasn't been the case for a while. And when I had a car, I would just park in a park that was quite a ways away from where I worked. I have no idea what I look like or if I'm in frame. Sorry, I don't know what the lighting's like. And that's because I can't, like, flip my camera while I'm filming, apparently. It's kind of annoying. I wish I could. I just hope I didn't just flip this shit upside down. Looks like I'm okay. Yeah, so trouble I run into is I don't have a car anymore, right? I would always park about a quarter mile away from work because it was free, and then walk through, like, the college slum area near the college where I work at. And as I was walking through there would be, like, trash day, and people throw away screens like crazy. So the screens that I have and that I use to protect my plants are all pretty much from that. So there we go. So the ones that I have right now are just the ones that I have, because I'm not lugging one back. First off, I'm not exploring daily to see what's being thrown out. And secondly, I don't have a car to bring it back, and I'm not going to lug it on a bus. That's just ridiculous to even consider. And so I kind of want to make do with what I got along those lines. And these ones were much more ideally sized because of the narrowness. I mean, the narrowness on that is kind of nice, kind of really nice. And then again, I really do want to get in here and dig everything up. And having it come out to here wouldn't be terrible. Especially if the walls on it were kind of high. I hope I have enough bricks. I did use a lot of the bricks to surround garden beds because, I mean, I have another groundhog again. I used a lot of bricks to surround garden beds because it was something that the groundhog was getting in, and these are, like, sharp, so it, like, scrapes their little paws. Let's go in the shed. You have never seen the inside of my shed. This will be glorious. No, it's a mess like everything else. Look at all those side walls of tires. Did you know I had that many cut-off tires around the garden? Dang, neither did I. So right here is the only other non-tore-up screen that I have. Oh, I'm having troubles turning around. Okay. Alright, we're good. So let's see if it's any different over here. I mean, eventually I will definitely get more screen. But it'll still just be whatever I can get. Is that better? It's about the same, with less length. I like the other one better, but it still feels really cramped right here. Like, between the fire pit stone, which I do have to start slowly adding more compost between the stones, because I kind of am at risk of twisting my ankle from falling in. See what I mean? It was a lot better, and then, like, the decomposition process happened, and the level of the soil between these rocks went down again. So, just have to keep slowly adding, because I do not want to kill the ground ivy. It's choking out all of the weeds and doing a really good job of not getting any taller than what you see it right now. This is literally its maximum height. I never have to mow. It's the best. Yes, it's an invasive species, but oh my gosh, is it easy to take care of. Wow. So, I don't know what I'm going to do here. Because this looks really nice, but I don't think it's what I'm going to do. And then this. Hello? Oh, is this this one actually narrower? This one's narrower than that one. By like a tiny bit. And it's longer. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do need to leave a little path in between, especially with as wide as this is. It's not like I can just step over it like this one. That's a nice thing about the width this is. Now you can just work your way up. This one, let me get where I'm not going to step on the other screen. Oof. If this has any height to it at all, the angle is going to hit my ankle, see? And plus that's kind of a, it's kind of a bit of a spread there. So the screen is important. We've mentioned this before, but not in this video. The screen top on a seed bed is important, and the reason for that is because it keeps the bugs that eat the seeds out, and it keeps the birds that eat the seeds out. It's perfect. Because then your seeds just stay where you put them. It's really nice. So, I have to think about this. It's kind of crazy. This is definitely like an only from one side kind of experience, not a like scoot up walking over it kind of experience. That's tough. If I find any more like this that go in like the window sash, I'm snagging them for sure. For sure, because I could extend this to the end. And seed starting in a controlled setting is valuable stuff. The more of that I can do, the better. There's uncontrolled seeding throughout my garden, but I could start growing some much more exotic things with controlled seeding. Like that's how I got these started. It's also how I got the milkweed started. And by exotic, I mean neat natives, not like actual things from outside the U.S. For the most part, I think I've had enough of those here already. Look at the wild New England aster. Starting to bud up. Whew, I think I smell stink bug. Another one of those days where you're probably glad you can't smell the place, but it looks lovely. Did I step on one? But here's the garden today. And there's my discussion about screen tops and seating bed sizes and just getting ready to do some heavy manual labor. Yay! Jerusalem artichoke. Not hooked up. Yeah. Well, we'll get one good look at the view again. Oh, we'll take a peek at the wood chip pile too, just in case it's changed. I don't think it has. There goes the view. There goes my elderberry with the hops in it. The bug just tried to get in my mouth. Look at the wee baby hops. They're all over. Look at them, they're so cute. Note to self, depth perception on the screen is not a thing. And then, there's my wood chip pile. And then there's the view again. Alright, have a good one. Bye.